It'll probably end badly for me, but you know what? Let's actually get into the game. This could
Our
end up being...
tale begins here, in the quiet fishing village of Easthaven, one of the so-called 10 towns of Icewind Dale. The tiny community is hardly a town, but rather a collection of ramshackle huts crowded together upon the icy shores of Loch Dinneshere. Here, within a dimly lit tavern, a group of travelers sit huddled around a table, swapping tales and making grand plans for the future, completely unaware of the part they are to play in the events that are about to unfold.
Gee, I wonder who those travelers could be. Let's dive into it. Looks 800.
New face in town, eh? Well met, stranger. The name is Hrothgar, originally of Hillsfar. But now, after years of traveling up, down, and under Faerun, I am content to call this town my home. Who might you be?
Greetings, Hrothgar. My name is Athelon.
Well then, welcome to Easthaven. Whatever your business in these parts might be, I would offer you this small piece of advice. While you're in my town, you do well to be on your best behavior. These folk are under my protection, and anyone who would seek to do harm to them in any way shall answer to me.
Why do I get the feeling that we're going to get involved in something?
That said, I'll let you get back to your cups. I'm sure you've had a long journey, and you'll find there's no better way to shake off the cold of the road than by downing a few mugs of Grisella's best. And if you're in need of lodging, I would recommend talking to Quimby over at the Snowdrift Inn, over on the east side of town.
There's an east side? Well, I guess technically there is, but
Equipment
still.
and supplies can be purchased next door, at Pomab's Emporium. Pomab's prices are a bit high, even for a Kalashite. But you'd be better off well-equipped and short of coin than the other way around. Ill-prepared travelers don't last long in these parts.
Good to know.
Once you've had a chance to rest up and get your bearings, come by and see me at my house. It's just a couple doors west of here. There's some business I would discuss with you. Farewell.
Farewell. I'm trying to remember which one I designated as Athelon. I'm pretty sure... Which one are you? Okay, let me get my bearings real quick. Okay, so you're the ranger. Why do you have a quarterstaff? Does everybody have a quarterstaff? Okay, looks like pretty much everybody has a quarterstaff. Okay, we've got approximately 1,000 gold. Okay, now let's get my party arranged how I would like. So, let's see. I guess I'll need to rearrange it well up in here.
This is a lot of responsibility.
Huh?
This is a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, I know. You'll be alright. Oh, wow, 4 health. Wait, what was your constitution set to? Not much. Admittedly, well, I don't know. You're also a half health. Either way. It looks like this is an ideal arrangement for now. So, let's get some at our bearings. Is there anyone worth talking to? Let's see, townsperson. Just a dwarf.
We'll see about that.
Well met. Why, you seem to me like a fresh new vein of ore, all untried and untested. I'd be Hildrath, should you wish to know. A vein of ore? What do you mean? What I'm saying is that you look like a little new with this adventuring thing. No offense intended, we all have to start somewheres. If you've been looking for tips, I even have some news that might prove interesting to you. Oh, I see. What news do you have? I'm not all eyes and ears here. Mostly I've been keeping to my cups to keep the chill away. But I have heard that a local sword named Hrothgar is putting together some sort of expedition. Sounds like it might be fun. I'll be going along myself. Oh? What do you know about this expedition? The folks round here say that Hrothgar be a valiant man, but not the type to go dashing off to his death. They say he be an excellent leader. We're heading up to the mountains to investigate some sort of disturbance up there. You'd best be talking to Hrothgar himself to hear the full story. That's a good idea. Well, let's see. I don't know. Let's be... You know what? This is a character with high charisma. Let's be flattering. Well, if you're going, it must be a good trip. You seem like a seasoned adventurer. Farewell for now. Okay, so I can rest here. Although it sounds like... Haven't seen you in town before. You come from the south? Yes, I wanted to ask you some things about Easthaven. Easthaven? Lived here for quite a span, I have. Things have been getting worse of late, though. Do you mean the weather? Aye, the weather's been going from bad to worse. Never seen it get so cold this early in the year, and there's no sign of it letting up. With all this snow, the passes to the south are going to get snowed in early. Must take my leave. Okay, so you're who I talk to if I want to rest, I imagine. Okay. Yes, well, you see I'm in a bit of a bind right now. I've just run out of everything. I've nothing to offer you in the way of drink at the moment. You've run out of everything? Well, the tavern hasn't run completely dry. I do have some stock down in the cellar, but... But what? This is rather embarrassing, but I have somewhat of a pest problem in that dirty old cellar, and I'm afraid to go down there. I do so hate bugs. Just the thought of those nasty creepies and crawlies sends shivers down my spine. I see. Is there anything I can do to help? That's awfully sweet of you, dearie, but I don't expect you to go to any trouble on my account. I'm sure I'll think of something. Have no fear, madam. I shall see to it that the pests down below trouble you no further. Wonderful! The stairs to the cellar are in the back room. Now you be careful down there, dearie, and don't let any of those little buggers creep back up here, alright? Why do I get the feeling this is going to be more difficult than they're letting on? All we're armed with our quarter staves and whatever magic we can find, so this could end badly.
Something amiss?
I'm here. You would do well to fear a woman's wrath.
I hear you.
I'm ready to protect and preserve. I go forth.
Well, this is taking a bit of time to actually hit stuff. These rocks hold numerous bottles of wine, ale, and other spirits. A thick layer of dust and cobwebs have settled over everything.
You just...
Are you seriously about to die?
What can I do for you?
How did a beetle just knock you down to 5 health? Well, at least we get a little bit of experience and a curiosity. Okay, fair enough. Craters of foodstuff line the wall of this damp cellar. Okay. Wooden casks of strong-smelling brews. Okay. I'll need to have someone
Do you
cure...
need me?
Vita Mortis. Go ahead. Yes?
You know what? You're crazy, but I'll send you to go talk. Any luck getting rid of those nasty bugs, dearie? My customers are getting pretty thirsty. It is done. Those bugs won't be troubling you anymore. Thank you, dearie. You're a lifesaver. Just do me one more favor. Keep this little bug problem between you and me. I don't want folks thinking Gracella's place isn't clean. Run along now. Alright, that should do. Let's expand this a little bit more.
Sounds good to me.
So, I guess since we don't need to rest yet... Well, actually, this is just a tavern, right? Let's go back up to what was being said earlier. Where is that? Okay. It's just between... Let's see. Okay, Snowdrift Inn. Okay, that's where I need to go to rest. Sounds good.
We'll see about that.
I'm already used to holding down shift from playing too much of Planescape Torment. Alright. I will say, though, the music is kind of nice. I went looking... I downloaded the soundtrack because I do that for pretty much every game I play for this series, and... didn't expect to see Jeremy Soul's name attached to it. For those of you who don't know, he wrote the music for KOTOR and Skyrim. And that's the Old Republic, before you ask. Okay, so there doesn't seem to be any markers for anything. I'm curious. Oh, sorry, friend. I didn't see you standing there. Name's Jonan. Something I can do for you? Are you alright? You seem preoccupied. No, I'm fine. Just taking in the view of the lake for a bit. Trying to shake these dreams out of my head. The lake's beautiful, isn't it? Dreams? Usually those fade upon waking, friend. Mayhaps a day's worth of fishing will chase them away. Ah, well, the dreams have been fishing in me of late, friend. So much so I can barely catch a wink before they rouse me from it. A frustration it is at times. Sometimes it seems like they're more real than the waking world. What kind of dreams? Well, there's a woman, and don't give me that eye, it's not like you think. She walks upon the surface of the lake as if it were flagstones instead of waves. She doesn't say anything, just sings. Beautiful songs, but I can't understand a word. Well, if dreams are your only worry, Jonan, your life can't be too bad. Dreams should be a comfort, not a curse. If truth be told, friend, damn it, there's no sense to it. These dreams are eating at me like a starving wolf. I can barely hold a daily thought in my head before the memory of the dreams hounds its way back in there. By the hells, I don't know how much more of this I can take. If I can find some way to help you, Onan, I will. I don't know how I can, but I'll see what I can find out. Eh? You're not playing on a man's hope, are you? I'd be grateful for just one night of peace. I'll see what I can do. If I think of anything, I will return. Okay, so east side of town. Well, let's just follow the map and see where we end up. Because the problem is there doesn't seem to be any markers on this, which I kind of was hoping for. Can I put down any markers of my own? Doesn't look like it. Okay, so real quick. Okay, it looks like it's the same layout for pretty much everything, but the problem is I don't see much of a label for what's what. Although, it's interesting that they aren't actually showing me the names of people until I actually click on them. That's actually something that I've been wondering is a good idea for games like Planescape Torment and Baldur's Gate. Nice idea. I heard there were new faces in town. Did you come with the caravan? Yes, I wanted to ask you some things about Easthaven. Easthaven? Lived here for quite a span, I have. Things are getting worse of late, though. Worse? How? Well, there's been sighting of some goblins and such in the past, if you can believe that. They usually hole up in the spine of the world and kill each other. Some fool claimed that he even saw some orcs outside of town, but I'll wait until he sobers up before giving that tale anyway. Alright then, let's see what this is. This looks like a...
I'll get right on it.
Oh, this is a temple of some kind. I assume you're some kind of cleric?
Hrothgar mentioned there were strangers in town. What is it you want?
I am Johanna. Are you the high priest of this temple?
I am Everard. Everard of Tempus, battle priest of the Lord of Battles. What brings you here?
Do you know anything about the expedition that Hrothgar is putting together?
I've heard of it, yes. A messenger from Kuldahar visited the temple not long ago, and it has spurred Hrothgar to see what is happening in the north.
A messenger?
Yes. A man from Kuldahar found his way to our door, and he was dead by morning. He claimed he was a messenger from the Archdruid of Kuldahar.
What did he want?
The man spoke of disturbances in Kuldahar. His wounds prevented me from making any sense of his words. Perhaps Hrothgar understood more than I, for he's preparing an expedition.
Are you going on this expedition?
No, for my place is here. Were I invited, I would still not go. My injuries would only slow the expedition.
Your injuries? Were you wounded in
These
battle?
eyes have seen battle, yes. And my skin bears the mark of swords and axes. That was long ago. Now my place is here.
Why would you leave battle behind?
Because there are many ways one may serve one's god. I am of the Order of the Broken Blade. My duty is to watch this place.
Order of the Broken Blade? They guard areas sacred to Tempus, correct?
You are free to ask, traveler.
Oh shoot, I clicked on the wrong
promise no
thing.
Answers. I have heard of it, yes. The man spoke of... No. These eyes have seen... Because... Yes. Were warriors. Wounded in battle, our injuries now keep us far from the front lines. Still, we are fit to guard holy sites to our Lord.
This is a holy site?
It is sacred to Tempus, yes. It marks the field where the barbarian Jared gave up his life ages ago. He lies encased in stone beneath this temple.
Interesting, so that's where it's kept?
Jared was a shaman who lived long ago. He brought unity to the northern tribes and led them to victory against the army of Arakan, at the cost of his life.
How did he die?
You are free to ask,
shoot, I
traveler.
messed it up again.
Promise no answers.
Ah,
These eyes have seen because
Why am I so
it is
awful?
Sacred to Jared was once Arakan saw his army routed by Jared and the northern tribes. He sought to bring the Hells to his aid. Arakan opened a gate to the lower plains.
Also, I'm pretty sure that's a Planescape Torment thing. What are you doing, Faerun? He brought demons to the battlefield? The northern tribes would have been destroyed.
I do not believe that. Jared did. It is said that Tempest himself appeared to Jared upon the battlefield, and Jared took that as a sign.
A sign to do what?
Jared believed Tempest was calling him to sacrifice himself for his people to ensure victory. And so he cast his body into the portal, his blood fusing it to stone. It lies entombed beneath the temple to this day.
You don't sound like you agree with Jared's choice.
Jared had no need to sacrifice himself. Tempest's appearance was a test of faith, proof Jared's people had already won the field that day. Jared failed his god and died a coward's death.
But Tempest is known to appear to warriors who can dictate the outcome of a battle, so perhaps Jared's death was not
One dies for Tempest with a blade in one's hand, not by martyring oneself within the embrace of infernal magics. Jared's duty was to stand with his comrades, not cast himself to his death when the field was already theirs.
According to what we heard earlier, no, it wasn't necessarily his field. His sacrifice may have prevented others' deaths, Everard.
Sacrifice? Let me say this of sacrifice, young one. Then we shall speak of this no more. Sacrifice is a death that has meaning. When it is in vain, it is not sacrifice. It is a waste. That is the lesson of Jared Stone.
But, you know what, there's no point. You know what? There's no point arguing with him on this. And this stone is buried beneath the temple?
Aye, a great stone disc that holds Jared's corpse for eternity. And so I watch and guard it in Tempest's name.
Give the word. I'm off.
Your journey has brought you to this temple again. What is it you want?
I was wondering if we might pay our respects to the temple. Okay. Alright, so that's how I can take care of that.
Your journey has brought you to... You are free to ask, traveler. I promise no answers.
You just tell me. Sounds good to me.
Okay, so this is a temple. I kind of wish I could mark that. Gonna have to keep track of these somehow.
Sure.
So, I guess we can keep just walking into stuff until we find where we want to go, but it seems inefficient. This is definitely not the place
We'll
I need
see
to be.
about that.
Okay, let's go all the way back up here if it will allow me. Okay, nope.
Sounds
Okay.
good to me.
So what if I go further east? Okay, that's odd. Scores of knuckleheads hang from these wooden racks. The stench from the drying fish is almost unbearable. Still kind of surprised they wouldn't mark stuff. Oh boy, that's a problem I have with Baldur's Gate. I may need to look stuff up eventually. So these look like fishing huts, but nothing that would look like any sort of inn. Not sure though. Let's walk along here, see what we find. Trying to remember exactly where they said we could get armor. Either way, let's see what's inside here.
I'll get right on it.
Good day, I am Churin. How may I help you? Well met. I am Johanna. What do you do here, Churin? Me? Nothing much. I manage this warehouse for the fishmonger Gaspar. I get paid a sum to store scrimshaw and emergency food supplies here through the harsh winter. Well, that certainly sounds like it would be important in a place like this. What does the rest of Easthaven do? Well, most of them fish for knucklehead trout in Hackdinishire. It's not a rich living in terms of wealth, but living up here, a man can still lead a very rich life. Okay. Haven't you heard anything interesting lately? Well, spending as much time as I do here in this stuffy old warehouse, I don't get to hear much gossip. If you really want to know what's going on in these parts, I suggest you buy a few rounds over at the Winter's Cradle Tavern. You'll find that drinking and spinning yarns are two of Easthaven's favorite pastimes. Okay, so just a warehouse of sorts. Oh wait, I'm looking west when I... Why do I always mix up east and west? What is wrong with me? Every single freaking time. Also, why is the timekeeper a bunch of skulls? I am disturbed by this. I am very disturbed, in fact. Actually, do I have a journal? Okay, I do have a journal. And it doesn't look like there's any way of sorting it, but that's okay. I'm gonna miss... Oh, I'm pretty sure this came out after Baldur's Gate 2, but at the same time, it was BioWare who created this, aided the Infinity Engine, so they would know how best how to use it. So I guess I shouldn't be too surprised if not all of the convenience is available in everything. Help monsters. Quick, we've got to go get Hrothgar. There are monsters in town. They almost ate me. Whoa, slow down there. What are you talking about? Monsters, a whole bunch of them. They came down to the shore while I was fishing. I dropped everything and ran when I saw them, but they didn't chase me. I thought they were going to eat me, but I guess they were just after my fish. Where are these monsters now? Just over the bridge, down by the lake. My dad told me not to fish so far out by myself, but I can't help it. That's where I catch the big ones. He's going to kill me when he finds out I've lost today's catch, all because of those stupid monsters. Don't worry, we'll deal with these thieving monsters and get your fish back. Okay, by the lake. Just over the bridge down by the lake. Goblins!
Name your task.
Alright, let's get him. Let's get...
What can I do for you?
I just realized...
Go ahead. We'll see about that.
Okay, I need to go get weapons before I fight anybody. Well, proper weapons anyway. Let's hope they won't have to go after the kid while I'm doing this.
Okay. I trust you.
Greetings, travelers. The name's Quimby, and I welcome you to my inn. Well met, Quimby. You seem rather enthusiastic. Ah, enthusiastic. Yes, it is rare that I get any travelers at this time of year. Thus, I want all of my guests to feel welcome. Haha. Okay. How about a room? Okay, cool. So this is the tavern. Well, the inn. And these are enemies.
Yes. I'm ready.
Well, looks like we're gonna get a few weapons, but... Jeez, what did I do? Should not have picked... Okay, so... 1d8 versus 1d6? Yeah. Still not ideal proficiency, but it'll do for now. Since you're a fighter thief, it'll be better for you to take that as well.
Certainly.
Now, let's go find... the weapon shop. Wish these were better marked. This looks like it would be the right place. What is this? More barbarians come to my shop? No doubt with nothing to barter with but more wolf pelts and polished stones. Very well, let's get this over with. What do you want? Barbarians? I think you're mistaken, friend. Am I now? I do not think so. All of you northerners are the same. Smelly and barbaric. Northerners? I take it you are not from around here. I am Pomad Aksam here, royal diplomatic envoy of Caliph Shan and appointed overseer of the northern caravan routes. Oh, I see. Your appearance as a lowly shopkeeper is just a clever disguise to throw off any would-be assassins. Am I right? Your poor attempt at sarcasm is an obvious sign of your lowly birth. I'll have you know that I am third cousin to the Pasha himself, not to mention a royal courier in good standing. My apologies, I did not mean to offend. Yes, well, where I am from, one would normally be beaten for such insolence. Be thankful that I am a merciful man. Now, what can I do for you? Okay, so now we can get armor and whatnot here. So, we've got a fair amount to work with, so I guess we'll just go with basics for everybody. So let me go through and remind myself of the weapon proficiencies. I should probably write this down so that I actually remember and have them base off of. I kind of wish they would have given me something basic, but... ah, well, that's fine. So, Let's see. Okay, so... So, two-handed sword and crossbow. Well, I might as well deal with these one at a time. Okay, so two-handed sword and crossbow, right? That should do. I'll need some crossbow bolts as well. To start us off, these should do. Okay, now I know I'll need a bunch of bows and a sling, so... let's start with that and then start distributing things. Alright, that should do to start us off, and then... what is the affinity for everyone else? So you are... trying to remember. Bow and large swords. Okay, then. So for you... actually, let's sell our axe real quick since we shouldn't need it. So let's get you... I think... what would be better? Let's just go one. Actually, bastard swords are more reliable. So we'll go with that. And... a large shield. There's a limit to how much he actually has. I'll have to keep that. I'll have to be mindful of that. And then since you're a ranger, I'll also need to buy a bow for you. Let's see, I have a short bow, but since you have a higher strength, you should be able to take an actual bow. And what's the difference between a longbow and composite longbow? Okay, so a bit easier to hit with. So let's get a couple for... so you can take this bow as well. Who else gets it? I don't know. You can't use a bow. You might be able to. What did I set you for? Yeah, you can use it, I think. Well, let's find out. Yep, you can use it. I just need to get basic quiver for both of you. Alright, that should do for now. Let's get a few bullets as well for whoever gets the sling. Okay, now... also need a short sword for our fighter thief, I think. That looks good. Now we'll also pass this along and this along. Cool. Now, what else? What do you guys have for weapon proficiency? Missile and quarterstave. Just missile. Missile and spear. Alright, so we'll get you a spear. And then sling for everybody else. At least these weapons are fairly cheap. That should do. And potion bag. Not the worst idea to get these, well, to start getting these now. Just so I have them for later. Now, what else do I want to grab? Let's see. Helmets for everyone aren't a bad idea. Let's go for cheaper. Trying to remember, can Magi use helmets? I think they can. Let's find out before I buy any more. Okay. And then split mail for whoever I can get. Edit for. There we go. Alright, good. It seems like everyone can take a helmet. Oh. Magi apparently can't. I don't know, do you lose wizarding spells? Probably not. Looks like I bought exactly as many as I needed to, though, so I am perfectly happy with this outcome. There. Now you two shouldn't be completely useless if you run out of spells. So, what else do I want? Oh yeah, you were the one who was going to get the spear as well. What's the difference? 1d6 versus 1d8. Okay, so a couple more. A bit more likely to do some damage. And it looks like I didn't even need that short bow. Welp. That's fine. We'll be alright. Now, who else needs stuff? Oh yeah, armor. So,
Go ahead.
I'm thinking
I'll
we just get
right on
split
it.
mail for whoever can get it. Because I'm pretty sure... Actually, yeah. No, the cleric mage can't have it because it would keep her from using... Actually, our druid
Yeah,
can.
okay.
And they're out of split mail. Okay, chainmail will do then. Oh, I can't... Not usable by druid. Wish I had known that before. Well, so be it. So you can only take leather armor? That's annoying. That's alright, though. We'll make it work. It's a start. This is just the beginning
I'm
of...
ready.
This is just the beginning of the adventure, so I can live with this.
You just... Okay.
Now,
Trust you.
heal yourself real quick. Oh, that was lay on hands.
Sure.
I'm ready.
So what do you want?
Let's heal everyone up real quick.
What can I do for you? Certainly.
Then afterwards, I think we'll go and deal with those goblins as our first order of business after resting.
I'll get right on it.
Alright. Let's just go with a basic room. And we're good. Let's get back out there.
Sure.
Oh, now it's night. This might have been a bad idea. Let's hope the child is still alive. Okay, good. Still there. And the goblins are likely still here as well.
More work to be done. Sounds good to me.
What is your will? Agreed.
Actually, you can
I'll
use the
take care
spear
of
for
it.
now.
I'm listening. Why
Something
me?
wrong? Make your luck's right.
Okay, since that you can cast magic, we need to get rid of those
Yeah, I'm here.
Can I help?
goblins
What?
down there. Okay, everybody needs to walk
Okay.
this direction, it seems.
Who, me?
Yes?
Ready and waiting.
Alright, let's see if you can fire on them.
I'm listening. Come get some.
I'm ready. Oh, I hope I don't
Let's
get
get
in
'em.
the way.
Right.
Yeah, I'm here. Time to go to work.
You just tell me
Down they
what
go.
you need.
I'm here.
Nice hit.
Mm-hmm. What can I do for you? Ah, go ahead.
What? I'll get right
Yes,
on it.
your time draws near.
Give the word.
Yes?
Something amiss?
Man, our paladin is taking hits of quite more than a few hits.
Certainly.
Back off real quick.
You just tell me what you need.
Ah, looks like they already ate the fish. That's annoying.
Quickly now. A reasonable request.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like that's everything to worry about over here. Now let's...
Sure.
Actually, I'll send one character to
What can I
go
do for you? We'll see
grab
about
that.
What do you
Actually,
want?
you're a party leader,
Okay.
technically.
Well, why not?
We'll have you start
Go
grabbing
ahead.
it. The rest of us can
I'll
move
get
forward.
right on it.
You want something?
Looks like we've collected everything down there. It's just this lone goblin that we nailed with magic
Time
missiles.
to go to work.
Yeah, certainly.
You're back! Were you able to get my fish back from those monsters? Today is your lucky day, boy. Here is your fish. At least what is left of it. Thanks. I'd better get home now. My dad's probably worrying about me. Interesting.
I'm ready.
I really should have checked to see how much of the fish was still left, but no matter. Okay, we'll throw these over here. Haven't gotten any potions yet, but I shouldn't need it with 2 healers in the game. Well, a healer and a half.
You just tell me what you need.
I'll still be collecting potions, but either way. Just need to find where... Well, I want to see what this quest is going to entail from... everybody... from... Actually, I'm pretty sure we've been here. Ah, yeah, this is the Winter's Cradle. Alright.
Certainly.
Let's ask about the house real quick. Or wherever it is. Okay, so this is just if I want to drink.
Okay.
Let's go ask the dwarf where exactly the house is. Keep ape into my cups to keep the chill away. Okay. Well, the problem is that... Well, the problem is I'm not sure where exactly Hrothgar's house is, and that's what
I'll get
I'm having
right
a
on it.
problem with right now. Okay, there's the Emporium. Snowdrift Inn. Squirrel. You know what? Let's see what these children are up to. Piggyback ride. Cast a spell. No. Oh dear. So they're basically kids being kids. Fishmonger, that's fine. So that's just the fisherman's house. So which home is Hrothgar's? I guess we found it.
Certainly.
Okay.
Well met, friend, and welcome to my home. Make yourselves comfortable, but try not to break anything. Many of these curiosities that you see lying about have sentimental value.
Sentimental value? You don't strike me as the sentimental type.
They're all remembrances of my adventuring days. Little trinkets and the like that I picked up here and there. More keepsakes than valuables, really. Leftovers from my days of fortune and glory.
Adventuring days. So you were retired then?
Semi-retired, actually. This region is still untamed and fraught with many dangers. I have had plenty of opportunities in the last few years to take up my sword and shield and do battle with those who threaten the safety of Easthaven and its neighbors. In fact, I am planning such an expedition right now. That is what I wanted to speak to you about.
What sort of expedition?
We've received word from Kaldahar, our neighbors to the south, that evil forces are stirring nearby in the spine of the World Mountains.
Evil forces. Awfully
I
generic.
am organizing and leading a party from Easthaven south to Kaldahar Valley to investigate. You look to be capable enough. Perhaps you'd like to join us. What say you?
What sort of evil forces are we talking
I don't
about?
really know. The messenger wasn't too specific. I suppose if you want more details, you could ask old Everard over at the temple, but time's a-wasting. We need to get this expedition moving before the snows seal off the pass to Kaldahar. So what's it going to be? Are you in or out?
Sounds exciting. Count us in.
Excellent. Glad to have you on board. I plan to assemble the rest of the expedition and set out for Kaldahar within a few days. With storms brewing in the mountains, I'd rather we depart sooner. But there are matters that require my attention here about town.
What sort of matters? Perhaps we could help?
Actually, now that I think about it, maybe you can help. Pomab, the local shopkeeper, has recently expressed concern over the rapidly thinning stock of his store. He's been complaining that the regular caravan from Caer Dineval is long overdue, and that if they don't arrive soon, he's sure to be out of business. Now, normally I take Pomab's whining with a grain of salt, but with heavy snows on the way, it would be best to make sure that caravan makes it through.
So what is it you want me to do?
I want you to find that caravan. Leave town by way of the South Bridge and scout the hills west of Loch Dinnershire, between Easthaven and Caer Dineval. Caravans always stick close to the shoreline this time of year. Once you find it, see the caravan safely to Easthaven. In the meantime, I'll assemble the rest of the expedition and make the final plans for our journey. Return here as quickly as you can. We must make for Kaldahar Pass while the weather is favorable. Good luck. Safe journey.
Farewell. Alright, so it seems like every time I want to find a stopping point, it seems like there's something else that'll be thrown in the way, as is typical for CRPGs, so I might as well call it here for my time with this for now. I don't know how much time I'd be able to have with this game, even if I do end up doing a full-on Let's Play of it, but honestly, I'm not sure if I do, because this game definitely is more action-oriented. But I guess the question is, well, the problem is I feel like the review I did for Baldur's Gate was detrimented a little bit because I ended up also doing a Let's Play of it, and because there was a lot more combat than there was in Planescape Torment, I felt like it did sort of work to the game's detriment. It certainly didn't work to the detriment of Planescape Torment, because that's a game purely about the story, and it allows me to verbally parse through it and figure out what I want to do and do it on my own time. So, honestly, I'm not entirely sure what the best option for this yet is, but if anything happens with this, it probably won't be for another few weeks. At least, not until I wrap up another game that I'll be starting. Well, I think my plan right now is I've got another game that I'll be putting in for Planescape Torment in the meantime. I'm not entirely sure what I want that to be yet, but I'll have that figured out hopefully by next week. Or in this case, it should be... Actually, it'll probably be the next video that goes out tomorrow by your time. So I'll get that sorted, and then from there... Actually, a week from now, if this turns out to be long enough to break into 2 parts. So... Either way, I'm not sure what I'd want to do with this yet. But winter break will be starting up for me in about 3 weeks, so I won't be able to look at that until then, but I don't know. I'll have to think about this a bit more. So, either way, thanks for watching. I hope this was somewhat interesting, and I certainly am enjoying my time with it thus far. Just trying to figure out what this world is all about, though I am missing the sprint function. Ah well, regardless, thanks for watching. I'll see you all later.